It is very frustrating how, mainstream media and some of the journalists, which I won't cite a name here, but we all know what I'm talking about, are really not portraying the reality of what is happening with AMC. Just to give you, and it's frustrating and it's bad at the same time because it plays in the favor of the short thesis. They give you this idea and they paint the picture as if AMC was selling off. But when you are looking exactly at the facts and you pay attention to the bottom line and what is happening behind the scenes here with this stock, you get to the point that you are unfazed. And this is precisely what especially new investors or new apes or people who bought high need to pay attention to, all right? Because on some hand, all right, in one hand, we have the share price dropping. I mean, the last 5 days, we've been down 22%, considering where we are right now at $18 a piece after hours. I mean, how come is it even possible? How is it possible for a stock which nobody is selling from the retail sector, from the retail investors who, by the way, own majority of this stock? How can it manage? How the stock can manage to be down so much, so quick, so hard? It doesn't make any sense if it's not something being downplayed on the dark side of the pool of the trading, because it does make sense now if they are using billions of dollars as a short position within the dark pool, where they are pretty much able to do whatever they want to do without the SEC or without anybody interfering with them, while not even 10% of our orders are being executed within what we call the lead market. This is the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ, where people are actually, or the price is actually being established through the law of demand and supply. We know that AMC is one of the most demanded stock, but how come the price is dropping if nobody is selling? Well, they want to give you the impression that they're selling, and the media is actually playing in favor of that. They are, partnering with that thesis, and that's why I think it's criminal, because it's not only lies, but it's, I don't want to go that route. Anyway, look at what I'm talking about. The movie theater stock has bounced off its morning lows. However, it is still very down, yet falling again today. All right. They told you that they tell you it's still falling yet again today, but what they don't tell you, if you zoom on the 1 month, the stock is pretty much up more than 16%. So it's not really a sell-off. It's more than a cool off. Maybe too much of a cool off, but it's still a cool off, all right? Because it's not going back down, at least yet at the time I'm recording this video, to $14. And even if it does, man, this stock was trading at $2 14 months ago, all right? So look at what exactly they are presenting as facts or reality. After a year, for mostly trending lower, AMC stock woke up and rocketed higher, more than doubling in value in 2 weeks' time, as CEO Adam Aron revealed the theater operator took a 22% stake into nearly defunct Hycroft Mining and said the $1.8 billion equity that was burning a hole in his pocket could be put to good use by buying other similarly situated companies. So this is totally wrong. First, why? Because when AMC announced that they were buying Hycroft Mining, the stock didn't jump off of this news. Check it. The stock didn't jump off of these news. The meme stock crowd has been critical to keeping AMC stock afloat, rallied around its shares once again, taking them from a low of 13.56 a share on March 14 to a high of 34.33 on March 29. But taking profits on that rally was too much for many, and shares have sold off since. So yeah, shares have sold off since, but not for the reasons you are portraying here. Profit taking. I'm not saying nobody took profit. Some people took profit, and good for them because they made some money. We know that AMC is not only for the diamond hands. No, people are day trading and swing trading it, both from retail to institutional side, all right? But the thing is, this stock jumped from 13 to 34 because there was a short squeeze going on. Shorts were burned, and alongside of it, maybe there were a few people taking advantage of it from the retail sector and both institutionals, but the bottom line here is shorts were being squeezed, and it's being done on purpose, because if they tell you in articles like this, that shorts are being burnt, it means that the DD, the research, that the reality is not about retail selling. The reality is about short sellers being greedy and being burned because the plan they made is not working anymore. And if more people knew that, more people will obviously come into the stock. And if more people come into the stock, then maybe more people are going to put pressure on the SEC, as we've seen with Dave Lawyer yesterday, as we've seen with Stephanie Smith with the letters and the petition to actually have AMC and GameStop removed off of dark pools. So you kind of see what I mean here, right? So it's one thing to cover the reality, but it's something else to turn the reality in a certain direction and paint a picture that is not actually matching the facts behind the reality. And it's done on purpose, as I mentioned. But it doesn't change anything because we can't control what they are putting right there. But we do control the way we react to the news. And personally, I'm still holding strong. Even though these news might be a little bit, and what is happening lastly this week, can be depressing and stressful and doubtful for you if you were someone who bought high or someone who just came into the stock. But I will tell you that there is definitely something here that is supposed to happen maybe around May, June. I'm talking about the GameStop split. Definitely that, if not something else, will have to catapult both of these stocks very higher. Not guaranteed, but strong chances. And that's why I'm not phased. So let's see how it goes, folks.